Hey friends, so have you ever known people who constantly blame everyone else but themselves for their own circumstances? I tend to recognize them immediately because, admittedly, in the past, I have been someone who tended to blame others for things way before I looked inward. So it made me a lot more sensitive to people who are like this. I spot them like I would a shiny quarter on the sidewalk. And I used to get angry at them because I thought they were ridiculous for not seeing what is so plainly obvious to literally everyone else. Then I came to understand that they do see it, but seeing something and admitting it exists are two very different things. And the latter is not easy for a lot of people when that thing that exists is something which requires them to be honest with themselves in order to see. And look, blatantly admitting that some of your situations and circumstances have been produced by your own decisions is very, very hard and very heavy. Literally, no one wants to look in the mirror and say, hey, you made this mess yourself by making some poor or questionable choices. But truthfully, if you ever hope to change your circumstances, this is what you must do. You must face the fear of being honest with yourself without holding back or sugarcoating. You have to be willing to admit when you are part of the problem. You can't change what you will not acknowledge or recognize needs improvement. If you don't, you'll find yourself in the same proverbial movie each and every time, just with different scenery and characters. And I mean, if you think about it, if you can't be honest with yourself, then how the hell are you ever supposed to be honest with other people? Spoiler alert, you can't. Does this mean that you beat yourself up over every mistake you have ever made or nitpick every flaw you have? Of course not. Does it mean that you should gently self-examine and figure out why something happened for you? Because you know that around here, we don't say things happened to you. So you can stop it from happening over and over? Yes. Sometimes you aren't happy in situations because you keep picking the same kinds of situations that you already know don't work for you. Sometimes your relationships don't work out because you keep dating essentially the same person, just in a different vessel. Sometimes you don't feel fulfilled in your career or some other endeavor because you keep picking the same endeavors that you already know you don't want to do. I could go on, but I think you get what I'm trying to say. There are times that you have to change course so you can get to where you want to go. The first step of that is admitting to yourself when something isn't working, recognizing when you are just being complacent. Complacency is usually the biggest thing standing between you and what you really want. Don't be afraid to stand up, look in the mirror, and admit that this is what you're doing or that something isn't working. Own your shit out loud. And when you do, things will change. It's not easy, friends, but it's worth it. Chewy agrees. That's all I've got for you this week. I will be back next week with another priority message. Until then, take good care of yourselves and Merry Christmas to you and all of your families. Bye.